Who has ever made a strawberry rhubarb pie? Do you know there are numerous recipes for a strawberry rhubarb pie? There's crust pie, strips, there's crumb, and pie crust, without a pie crust, with a pie crust. Anyway, I made a fabulous strawberry rhubarb pie, and my intention is to recreate that today, and I want to share it with you. Unfortunately, I'm not sure this is the recipe I used before. I saved a picture of it. I posted it today. Boy, isn't it delicious? It looks phenomenal, and it's as fantastic as it looks. Okay, so here we go. I have 3 cups of strawberries sliced, 3 cups of rhubarb. Now, you know what's going to make a difference with your pie? Of course, is the ingredients. And I think what made it so fabulous last time was I picked the strawberries that morning. Talk about fresh, and they were the sweetest ever. The batch that I picked just recently that I shared with you, remember I had to add some sugar. It didn't have that super right sweet taste that you expect when you pick fresh strawberries. So anyway, the strawberries and also the rhubarb, I give credit to my loving cousin Sandy. This is from her garden. And I also got it fresh that day from her garden. So these aren't fresh from today. There's like, a few days, but it'll still make the pie, and we'll see how it comes out. So the first thing to do is to have your pie crust, and you need to chill it. And you can't put the ingredients in and let it sit because this will get soggy. So I put the pie crust in and I chilled it. Now I am going to put together my 3 cups of chopped rhubarb, 3 cups of fresh strawberries. Better get that drop of juice. Okay, and it says 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Well, I'm going to use a pure lemon extract instead. I always use pure. I don't use any type of imitation extracts. So it says 1 teaspoon. So let's give it a try. Hey, this is experimental. And the beauty of cooking and making mistakes, you can eat your mistakes. And you can try it again. So, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now it says fresh squeezed, but I'm using the Concord Foods lemon juice from concentrate. So I'm using the concentrate. And it says 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons. I want to make sure I'm not making that mistake with the tablespoon thing again. Okay, that's 1. 2. Okay, 2 teaspoons. Now, 3/4 cups of sugar. Okay, 3/4 cups of sugar. All natural sugar that I use. Okay, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, just using this spoon here. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now I have to buy it again. I'm using this today, the ground, but I like to get the whole nutmeg, and I have the old-fashioned little scraper, especially at Thanksgiving time when I make the pies and the different things. I definitely like to use the fresh nutmeg. So we have a 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. Okay, make sure I'm doing this right. Read your recipes twice. 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, got the cornstarch. Tablespoons is 1. In the meantime, my oven's preheated at 400. 2, 3, 4. Okie dokie. Now, and a pinch of salt. Don't you love it when they say a pinch of salt? What's your pinch? My pinch. Whose pinch? My mom used to put it in a handful. So let's figure out what a pinch is. Is that a pinch? I hope so. Maybe a little bit more because my pinch maybe not enough. Okay, there we go. Pinch of salt. Aha, okay. Now, with that pie filling, I'm going to stir it together. All right, let's mix it up, mix it up. And this is what it's looking like so far. Want to make sure you have a big enough bowl so that you have room to stir. You don't want to get one that's the right size, because then you can't really mix it correctly. So, it's looking good. Look at those juices. Ooh. Also, has anyone ever made, I don't know if you call it a composite or whatever it is, with strawberry and rhubarb on the stove and you just simmer it? It's not a jam. I don't know what you call it, but I have a little bit of strawberries left and I have a little bit of rhubarb, and I'm making that, and I love that on a toasted English muffin, but you have to butter it first. Oh my God, that's phenomenal. I'll show you a picture of that after. Here we go, it's all mixed. Okay, so once we mix the, we add the ingredients. Okay, put it in the pie crust. Okay, it's pretty simple so far. Now, as far as the pie crust goes, I just bought a ready-made, whether it's Pillsbury or your store brand of pie crust. If you like to make your own, if you have a great pie crust recipe, you know, a shortening one, by all means, use it. I only have, that I've never attempted. My pie crust expertise is the one, the family recipe one that I've made, and I've showed you my apple pies and blueberry pies. I can't give you that recipe. So anyway, I'm using this one here. Oh, this looks pretty good. What do you think? It's looking good so far. Now I hope it's going to be sweet enough. We put enough sugar in there. Now I'm going to use the crumb topping. You know what I found funny about this one? Okay, well it says 1.5 cups of flour. I don't know what happened to my little whip, but I'll use my fork, how I like to mix my, I put in here the 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I already put that in here, and another pinch of salt. Okay, so it says to combine the flour, sugar, nutmeg, and salt, and stir it into melted butter. And what happened about the sugar? Oh, combine the sugar. I didn't combine the sugar. I'll have to get another bowl. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we'll do the flour. See, that's why you have to read your recipe twice. Now here's the sugar. And so I put the flour in here with the cinnamon and the sugar. Now it said to use 1/2 cup of sugar, but when I made crumb toppings, it's usually brown sugar, and it didn't say brown sugar. So that's why I think my original recipe had brown sugar, but so I put 1/2 regular sugar and 1/2 brown sugar. And here we go. I'm gonna mix it up here. Oh, definitely needs a lot more than that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Definitely needs more. Definitely needs more. And now it said to melt the butter, but I'm not going to melt the butter. It's been sitting out room temperature. It's really soft. And you know the beauty of a crumb topping is to have like chunks of the butter. Oh look, it fell right in there. See how easy that was? Okay. Ooh, a little messy here. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this up here. Seems like an awful lot of flour, but okay. And more flour than sugar. Maybe more butter. Something's not right. I think I'm going to actually need, I don't know if I'm going to need more butter. can't have too crumbly a top. That's for sure. And you want to use this here because it cuts. It cuts the butter and the sugar. Well, it's getting a little bit better. But, so I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit more butter. So I put the flour in here with the cinnamon and the sugar. Now, it said to use a half a cup of sugar, but when I made crumb toppings, it's usually brown sugar, and it didn't say brown sugar. So that's why I think my original recipe had brown sugar. But so I put half regular sugar and half brown sugar. And here we go. I'm gonna mix it up here. Oh, definitely needs a lot more than that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Definitely needs more. Definitely needs more. And now it said to melt the butter, but I'm not going to melt the butter. It's been sitting out room temperature. It's really soft. And you know the beauty of a crumb topping is to have like chunks of the butter. Oh look, it fell right in there. See how easy that was? Okay. Ooh, a little messy, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this up here. Seems like an awful lot of flour, but okay. And more flour than sugar. Maybe more butter. Something's not right. I think I'm going to actually need. I don't know if I'm going to need more butter. Can't have too crumbly a top. That's for sure. And you want to use this here because it cuts. It cuts the butter and the sugar. Well, it's getting a little bit better. But so I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit more butter. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more butter. Not the whole stick. You can't make a mistake with this, really. It's a matter of preference. Of your taste and what you want. And all I can tell you is that pie last time was so good. We all had 2 pieces. It came out of the oven nice and warm. We had it, it was still warm. It was just divine, absolutely divine. And the crumb topping is just what did it. I know I bought strawberry rhubarb pies before, pre-made, with the crust topping, but I definitely prefer a crumb topping. So let me know if you've ever made one, if you prefer crumb topping or pastry topping. So once we got this all set, going to put this on top. Let's mix this up a little bit more. Spread it out. Now, when you bake this, you want to make sure you have a baking sheet underneath, and I put parchment paper on it, a cookie sheet, I should say, because this definitely spills over. It gets bubbly and juicy, and it's gonna spill over. And that's one of the disadvantages of me using this pre-made crust, is that it's short. So if you make your own, you roll it out, you can have it come up higher and have that nice scallop. But maybe one of these days I'll give it a shot. But right now, this is what I'm doing. I'm spreading it around. And like it says, to leave some space so you see a little bit of the strawberries coming up. So it pipes up hot. It has that pretty color. So that's it. I mean, that didn't take long. And we're gonna have this with company tonight after dinner. You put it in the oven for 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And I'll let you know how it comes out. Happy day. Bon appetit.